Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. I'm here to save you a few $100, if not more. This really, honestly, should be a quick video. I'll try and keep it down to 2 minutes. That should mean at about, I don't know, 8 minutes. Okay, seriously now, aftermarket warranties, okay? Not worth the paper they're written on, in my opinion. Now, obviously, there could be some variables to this, so we're not going to name any particular brands, but I'll give you some general information like usual. So, obviously a new vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty, bumper to bumper kind type thing, other than, you know, you wear and tear items, oils and whatever. You know, some things maybe you're only got 12 months like batteries. I think that's a bit of crap because a lot of batteries have warranties of 2 or 3 years. So the manufacturers that do that, I reckon they're dodgy. They should be, them and their suppliers should be backing up the batteries for 2 or 3 years. The average life of a battery is 4 years, and you know, the battery should be warranted for at least 2 or 3. Obviously, it depends how you use it and whatever, but I don't see any reason why batteries shouldn't last that long. But so, other than wear and tear things like tires and brakes and whatever, a manufacturer warranty is usually pretty good. Now, if you go modifying vehicles, that's where you got to be careful, because in fairness, these manufacturers do not like to waste money, particularly anymore, fixing things that isn't their fault. If their vehicle's good, and and it's your modification that's caused or contributed in a fairly big way to the problem, fair enough that they don't cover it, okay? But look, we don't like it when they like to blame things that aren't a contributor or a cause, of course, just the same. So make sure for everybody with the problem and the manufacturers that send out the white shirts, make sure you identify exactly what the cause of the problem is before you call it. Let's get it right, in fairness. Now, in fairness, what I'm trying to say, manufacturer warranties are generally very good, and they're getting even better. And it's pretty cool that just about everyone's got at least a 5-year warranty now, because I believe these vehicles, well, the Toyotas at least, I don't think you're going to have any issues. So it should be easy for Toyota to do that, and they shouldn't have had to put much money on the price of the new car to do that. Don't believe it's for free. It's all included in the price, just like that cap servicing, you paid for it. Now, aftermarket warranties. Now, if you're buying a genuine kind of extended warranty from the dealer that's got the same name on it, there's some different ones, I believe, but depending what brands we're talking about, generally they can be pretty good as well. I think the Toyota extended warranties have proven very good for many people over the years. That's my understanding. I don't know, I'm not sure if it's changed, but to my knowledge, you can even buy them before the vehicles run out of warranty within a certain, it might be like when you're at 90% of the kilometres and the age, like within 3 months of the end. And say if your warranty was 100,000, under 90,000 goes, I think you could still buy it then. And I'm not saying to go and do this. I'm not saying to do that. Just telling you could do that. And you could also, if you purchased one when it was new, you could also cancel at this by the same point in time. So if you paid 1,000 or 2,000 and you're at 80,000, you go, you know what, I'm not going to need anything till 200,000, and because, you know, Anthony's shown us all this information and this and that doesn't happen, you don't need your warranty. And that's my suggestion. I don't think, unless you've got a DPF, okay? If you've got a DPF, yeah, be careful of that one. I wouldn't sort of want to own it outside the 5-7 year warranty. You need to confirm that you're covered under, because it can be expensive repairs, okay? So that's something you've got to be careful of, or make sure you've got a warranty that covers that. Now, I'm not saying there's big problems with it or anything like that. It just seems to be there is some problems with some vehicles, and it can be an expensive fix or replacement. This is not about DPFs. Aftermarket warranties, right? So your genuine extension type ones, they work pretty well. Now, there's all these other brands, we're not going to go into it, that can sell you different levels of aftermarket warranties. You know, it might even, I think RACV do them, and all these other brands, whatever. I don't know who does them, who underwrites them, whatever. In my opinion, it seems to be a bit of a money-making scheme. And why would I say that? Because there's so many limits on what's covered. There's a list of things that aren't covered. To keep it simple, just about everything on that list is the sort of things that would go wrong with your vehicle, okay? And then if you look at the stuff that's covered, there's limits. So an engine that might cost you 10 or 15 grand, there's a limit of 1,000. You know, something like a radiator that might fail, radiators aren't covered. This is the type of thing, and I'm not naming that particular for any particular warranty. What I'm saying is, read the fine print. Is there an excess? Is there conditions that you have to take it and get it serviced at dealer X or workshop X to have that warranty valid still? Okay, because they could be locking you into some rip-off servicing, you know, kind of included in the price, wink wink, you know, you got to come back to us, whatever it takes to get you to come back, and you're going in for a $600 oil change or something. Do you know what I mean? There is some warranties like that, you know, so just be aware, do your homework. In my opinion, those aftermarket warranties are not worth the paper they're written on. And look at that, guys. I'm pretty well done at just under 6 minutes. I reckon I've probably got another couple of minutes of information there, because it wouldn't be like me to get it done in less time than I'd estimated. Because when I said 2, I said that'd be 8, and it's not even 8. So, look, I hope you get my drift. There was someone recently that had one of these aftermarket warranties. So obviously it's not free. There is more information. There's a fee that's paid up front. Whether they say to you, yeah, we can give you this, we have to pay a company X $500 or $300 or $1,000. There's different amounts for different warranties, and there's different levels of cover. If you pay more, you might get up to $3,000 for an engine, but it's hardly going to help with a $10,000 or $20,000 engine, right? So all depends what car. So this sort of warranty might work for someone that, if you're someone that you've only got $3,000 for a car, and you go to a car yard and you spend $3,000 on a car, and they're offering you a warranty and it's got limits. Look, you know, I suppose an engine's probably worth more than the car, but look, you've got to look at it on each warranty and what's available. And if you've got a good operator, he's going to explain to you whether it's worth it or not and why it's worth it. As I said, there may be a small excess on some of them, there may not be. There's always a fee payable whether you've paid it in the price or not. So you might be better off saying, oh, instead of paying $3,000 for this car, can you just get rid of that warranty? And yep, save you another $350, so the car's $2,650. You might be better off saving that $350, right, putting it towards the radiator or whatever that's not covered under that warranty. So something to think about. See, told you there was more info. They're not completely useless. Some of them are probably different to the ones I know of. I just don't know of any that are any good in my opinion. All these aftermarket warranties that I've ever heard of from anyone that's tried to make a claim, that's told me what the limits on any, you know, transmission limit 1,000, engine limit 1,000, driveline 1,000, you know, and then you go through everything else, not covered, you know, that's wear and tear. Suspension not covered, tyres not covered, brakes not covered, drive shaft's not covered, radiator's not covered, you know, pump's not covered. You know what I mean? It's like, well, what is covered? So that's why I said I think it's a bit of a money-making scheme. So don't trust my word. I just want to open your eyes up so that you go, wow, you know, yeah, I was going to get one of those, or, you know, hopefully we can save someone some money, some heartache. Just recently we had someone that his vehicle moved from one repairer to another because of a warranty. So because of the warranty is the reason why his car went from who I believe was a really good operator, because I've been speaking to him since, it went elsewhere because elsewhere, who I believe is a very bad operator, they're one of the dealers, what do you call it, for that brand of warranty. It has to go to them, you know, maybe because they're cheap, they do things cheap or expensive, or I don't know what the reasoning behind it is, but they were that, you know, brand of warranty repairer. So the vehicle went there, and then I'll say it, in my opinion, he got ripped off. So then he got ripped off with a wrong diagnosis, overcharged, and he was asked to pay up front. And the nice bloke he is, that's what he did, but obviously with the wrong guy this time. This video is not about that story, but it was another good reason, something that come up. Aftermarket warranties not worth of the paper they're written on, and we'll call the video something along those lines, guys. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe, turn that bell on so you don't miss the next important info, and give us a thumbs up if you got something out of that, and I'll be looking at the comments. Let us know, have you got an aftermarket warranty? Have you had a bad experience where you weren't covered, or you were limited to $1,000 on something that was $5,000, so it ended up being useless because you paid for probably paid $500 for the warranty anyway. Paying $500 to get something that's maximum $1,000 just doesn't make sense, does it? Anyway, guys, if you got car yards, or you know anyone with a car yard, car dealers and whatever, share the video to them maybe, because you know, I'm sure a lot of them want to do the right thing and they haven't thought about it. They may even offer the service trying to help, but you know what, if it's not helping, then they probably don't want to do that. So this could open their eyes to that aftermarket warranty system as well. Sorry, aftermarket warranties, it's just how it is. Make it better, and then let me know what the product is. And if you've got a good product, feel free to share all that information with me, and we can do a video saying, hey, this is actually a pretty good aftermarket warranty. So anyone that doesn't like the video that's got an aftermarket warranty, contact me, let me know your product, and if you reckon it's worth something more than a piece of paper, we'll do a video on it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See ya. Bada bing, bada boom.